Eagle, proud symbol of our country, keep on flying high up above, and together we will stand and we'll restore the land. Oh, eagle, keep on flying, eagle.
Welcome to Listen to Eagle live in Jackson, Mississippi at the beautiful Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation building in the Reed's Metal Studio, y'all. The toll-free number here tonight is 1-800-251-5891, a pound 444 if you're a C-Spire customer inspired. We've got Issac Duncan here. And one thing, Bert's on the line, and Bert and Richard's on the line too over the high school tournaments for fishing, and Ike is from North Pike, Bert, is to try to make this third Monday night of every month a youth night, to try to get the youth not only interested in fishing but just the outdoors. Bert, think it's a good idea? I think Isaac can handle it.
Well, there's no doubt, and I want to thank Isaac and Richard for being with Listen to the Eagle again. I know we talked a few months back, and I really want to dive back into that and see where we are on some topics that we talked about last time both of you were on the show. But absolutely, Pauline, I think Youth Night is unbelievable for not only Listen to the Eagle, but the future of the outdoors and hunting and fishing. You and I say it all the time. If we can't stop and take the youth out, at least for their first time fishing or their first time hunting or just having a great time out there in the outdoors, we're all just way too busy.
That's right. Richard, you're on the line, and that's your feeling. That's why you got involved with this, isn't it, Richard Parker?
Yes, sir. We've got to get those kids out there and get them off the streets, get them involved in something that's going to benefit them in the future.
Let's just tell the state of Mississippi and people exactly what this is and what a great program it is, Richard, and how many people are involved and how many teams y'all got across the state.
Yes, sir. To finish out 2016, the Bassmaster program had approximately 286 youth involved in the junior high and high school fishing program. Uh-huh. And this year for 2017, now, let me go back a little bit. We did send, through that program, we sent 14 kids from Mississippi. Between the Bassmaster Opens and the Bass Nation, we sent like 14 kids to the national championship, including Mr. Issac Duncan that's sitting there with you.
Big time at the national tournament this year, Mr. Paul.
You did?
Big time.
How did you come out?
Let's not get too in-depth in how I come out. Just let me know I was there.
I told you should have hooked a little brim minnow on that hook out there.
Now, I done told you that's illegal. Can't be doing that. They'll try to kick me out.
Go ahead.
Isaac or Richard, let me ask this question. How does, in sports, in high school sports, there's classifications. I think in the state of Mississippi it goes from 1A up to 6A, and then high school is considered sophomore, junior, and senior. My question is, how does it break down in the fishing world?
Well, we broke it down into two categories, which is homeschool kids, and that's what we want everyone out there listening to know, is that this is not only for a public school, it's private school, public school, homeschool. Any kid that's in any kind of schools of any kind, 7 years old through 18 years old. So any of those kids can get involved with that program. And the other thing we want them to know is that boy, girl, it doesn't matter. Like I say, and I don't want anyone to take it lightly. Isaac and his partner were one of the, or two of the kids from Mississippi that made it. I think there's like 7,000 kids in a program in the United States. And to be one of the 480 plus or minus that made it there, that's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, I know I really enjoyed going to the national championship this year. It's something, whenever you get to that point and you get to see you're around people that just are very as passionate as you are about it. It's just a different atmosphere, and you can tell it, and it's a lot of respect in the program, and I'm just very fortunate that people have got involved in the high school, and they've in the high school fishing, and they've put forth the effort, such as Mr. Richard, to get us out there fishing and let us do what we love doing.
Where was it? Where was the tournament?
Man, we went to Kentucky Lake in Paris, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It was there was probably close to 200. I can't remember the exact number of boats that were at that national championship, but had a real good turnout, and they held the meeting all at Bethel University there in McKenzie, Tennessee, a few minutes from the lake, and it was real cool just to walk around that college and all, and that's probably where I'm going next year.
Yeah, you're going to go to school up there because that's where the fish are.
That's where the fish are. Go chase them around Kentucky Lake a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm excited about getting up there for sure next year.
Let's go where the fish are.
That's right. You gotta go where they are where you can catch them, huh?
Yeah. Say, Richard, what's about the biggest fish? What's the biggest catch that's been done? Do you know for y'all's group here in Mississippi?
I think it was 17.56 pounds, give or take.
Yeah. Well, there's
is that a 5 bass limit or that's 5 bass limit, huh, Mr. Richard?
Yeah, 5 bass limit.
Well,
yeah.
I was over at Natchez not long ago, and there was just one fish sitting there in a trophy that weighed that much over there.
That one big one, huh? Natchez State Park.
State record. Bert, you ought to go by that sporting goods store and see that fish. It looked like he's 4 feet long, 17 pounds, state record bass for Mississippi.
You told me he was as long as that table over there.
Well, that's about 4 feet.
Yeah.
That's about right. How long? When did you say they caught that fish? How
they
long
caught it New Year's Day, very cold. I don't know how long ago it was at Natchez State Park.
That's right. I might have to go over there January 1st, see if I can't break it myself.
Yeah, why January 1st? I think that's
That's
suspicious.
the lucky day. The lucky day. That's when he caught
Yeah,
it.
you know, Richard, Bert, Isaac was telling Jim Fox that every time you cast, it's not luck. You really think you're going to catch one. So it's no luck involved in fishing, right?
Well, you trying to do something. You're not just saying, hey, I might catch fish. Your intentions are catching a fish. You might not catch one every time, but you're trying your hardest. So I mean, I don't see a lot of luck going on in fishing. I mean, yeah, so every now and then the big one does bite it, and you feel a little lucky, but it's mostly whenever you get to the point of the tournaments and stuff like we do, a lot of effort goes into it, such as practicing and doing a lot of studying, whether that's on the internet or reading magazines and books. You've put a lot of time in once you get out there on that tournament morning, and you kind of have a game plan a lot of times. So you're going after it.
So you tell me you've gone to some spots. We got 30 seconds here, and then we'll take a break and come back. And you throw it out there. Do you think a pro fisherman would have caught a fish where you didn't catch a fish?
It depends, give or take. It depends how they present their bait. There's a lot of pros that probably could outfish me, but I sure try to hang with them much as I could.
1-800-251-5891. We got Bert Caruth, we got Richard Parker, and we got Isaac Duncan on the high school fishing rodeos. Give us a call, 1-800-251-5891. We'll be right back.
For the very first time, legendary entertainer Paul Ott brings to you the best of both worlds. His greatest hits on CD and DVD, including Oh Blue.
I am Mississippi. I am the South.
To order, simply go to listentotheeagle.com or just write Paul Ott, Summit, Mississippi, 39666.
Welcome back. Listen to the Eagle, your live call-in radio show on hunting, fishing, God, family, and country. And tonight we are focusing on fishing. I want to go right back. We got our guests, Isaac and Mr. Richard, with the youth and high school bass fishing. And Richard, I guess, I know we want to talk a little bit about the junior division, but also can you give what is the official name of this program?
The program that I run, it's the Bassmaster Basstactics High School Fishing Opens Trail. And what that is any kid from 8th grade that has a partner that's in and out through 12th grade through the 12th grade students. Now, like I said, that can be homeschool, private school, or public school. They are allowed to come fishing these opens and advance to the national championship, Bassmaster High School National Championship. Also, the juniors, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, they are allowed to compete in this program as well. They just can't advance to the national championship. The Opens Trail, only ones that can advance, and make sure everybody understands, the only ones that can advance is the 8th through 12th graders that are competing. But, like I said, the juniors can compete, and they win prizes and money. They just can't advance to the national championship.
Even though a lot of them come out and beat me, them juniors, they give me work. They give me the work every now and then.
There's also something else to think about, just like in other sports. I know that this is also catching on at the college level. I know Paul Ott right down there in the Scenic Rivers region, Southwest Mississippi has a team, and Scenic Rivers Alliance actually sponsors that team. So there's a future there. I don't know, Richard, you and Isaac can speak to it. Is there some scholarship money to be on college fishing teams?
Well, I'm a high school senior right now myself, and I looked at colleges for a few years, and there are a few schools around the country that offer scholarships, but it's more of a school basics thing. There's not a ton of opportunities out there for fishing right now, scholarship wise. A lot of schools will help you out though. If you're a good enough fisherman, they want you on your team. They'll see if they can't figure out a way for you to go to school there and help you out with money and such. But there are some schools, a select few, that do offer a scholarship for fishing. And you talking about Southwest Mississippi Community College? They have a team down there, Scenic Rivers region. They sponsor that team, and they hopefully they'll do real good down there this year. I know they qualified one kid to go to the college national championship from that school last year, Old Cole Nunnery, down there in Macomb, Mississippi, fishing for Southwest Mississippi Community College.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, let's take a break, run up to Grenada, Mississippi, and talk to Jake Tribble, because you don't want to fish against this guy, huh, Jake?
Hey, Paul, how's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, man, we talked about something you love, fishing. How's fishing up in Grenada?
Well, here recently I haven't been able to go. We need some rain up here for it to be any good. It's been so dry, but we're hoping that it's going to pick up here after the first of the year.
Well, Jake, what do you think about this high school fishing thing? It's something that you didn't have growing up, huh?
Oh, we didn't have that. You know, I'm so glad to hear that they've got the teenagers involved here, boys and girls, young men and women getting involved in being in the outdoors, and especially fishing, because that's my passion.
Well, Jake, you know who the best fisherman ever was, don't you?
Oh, definitely, I do.
He just said put the net down on the other side of the boat. That's who Isaac needs to take with him. Say put the net down on, cast on this side, Isaac.
I try to keep him in the boat as much as I can.
Yeah, well, it ain't working, is it?
You can definitely tell some days that the good Lord's out there with you. Absolutely, it's fishing something that definitely just being around God's creation and the beauty of it. You can just kind of feel closer to God every now and then.
I guarantee you. And Jake, there's been a lot of question about what kind of fish that was that they caught back then, and when Jesus cooked it on the shore farm when they was walking on water. Some people, we went over to Israel, and they said it was tilapia. Is there anything to confirm what kind of fish that folks caught back then?
I don't know much about the fish he caught and cooked it on the bank. I'm worried about the one. Well, I'm not worried, but I'd like to catch that fish where he told them to go get the corn out of its mouth. That's the one I want to catch.
Hey, I don't know what kind they were catching, but he filled up a net full of them, didn't he?
He sure did.
I don't guess they knew what rod and reels were back in those days of jig poles. Huh?
They didn't need them, huh? They just had a big old net.
Had a big old net. You reckon that was legal? They didn't have no game of fish over there in Israel.
Hey, they were just trying to make a living, Mr. Paul.
Hey, Jake, I appreciate you calling. Jake is the chaplain for the Listening Eagle and has been. I want you to say, I know you had a good Christmas, Jake, but going off for this break, I want you to say a prayer for the state of Mississippi and the nation and the world, if you will, for what's fixing to happen in January, the new inauguration and the things coming up for us, will you?
I sure will.
Go ahead.
Father, we thank you right now that we have the opportunity in this country to pray and worship you. And, Father, we just lift up these leaders of our country, that their decisions that they make regarding the nation of Israel will be pleasing to you. Father, because your word says that those who bless Israel, you will bless, and those who curse Israel, you will curse. And, Father, we want this nation to be blessed, and we ask you to keep your hand upon these young men and women that are in this fishing club. Father, I pray that you give them prosperity and that you would continue to guide them in their daily walk with you, Father. I thank you and bless Paul Ott, and I thank you for the healing that you've given him and his body. And, Father, I just thank you, and all these things we ask it in your Son's precious and mighty name. Again.
Isaac, about Jake Tribble is he's not only fisherman for fish, he's fisherman of men. And you've been doing that a long time, haven't you, Jake?
Yes, we have, Paul.
If you look at the post on Listen to the Eagle website, Bert, and you see those Bible readings. That's Jake putting those on there. I guess they just pop up every day. We get a lot of response from it, Jake. And Listen to Eagle Show does appreciate you, brother, and we love you.
Amen.
And don't wait so long to call in. We're going to make a youth night every third Monday night right here with Issac Duncan, and we're going to invite you to call in the third Monday night and be part of it if you will, and bless us, get these kids not only saved, the ones that's not, but involved too. Thank you, Jake. We love you, brother.
Yes, we love y'all, and y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
we got a minute for the break. We're going to give the 800 number if you wish to call in. Is 1-800-251-5891. That's toll free. Of course, if you're a C-Spire customer inspired like we are, pound 444 is a toll-free number. If you're interested in this kids program or whatever you want to talk about, we got Bert, we got Richard down at Beaumont, Mississippi. And we're in the Reed's Metal Studio right here at the beautiful Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation building. We're talking about youth. And, folks, youth is what it's all about. I was youthful myself one time. I remember that. I remember, speaking of Mississippi State, Bert, they did win today. Is that the first SEC team to win, as far as you know, Bert?
I believe that is. I think we're 1-0. They had an exciting game.
Yeah, it really was. I thought that Mullins had sort of messed up there. We'll be right back. Y'all don't go away. 1-800-251-5891. Congratulations, Mississippi State. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name's Michael Gandy, and I've been privileged to know a fellow by the name of Paul Ott, Holland, Peru, since 1958. He has quite a story to tell, and it's available now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble as an ebook. Listen to The Eagle, The Lives of Paul Ott. All funds will benefit Talking Book Services of Mississippi, your blind friends and neighbors. The audiobook version is coming in June.
All right, welcome back to Listen Eagle in the Reed's Metal Studio in Jackson, Mississippi. The toll-free number here for Youth Night with Issac. What's your last name? Duncan, yeah.
Duncan.
Yeah, old Duncan from down in the Scenic Rivers area. Where to, Jim?
We got Larry on the line. He's in Massachusetts.
Yeah, who we got?
Larry.
Larry. Go ahead.
Hello there, how are you?
All right, where you at, Larry?
I'm out of Massachusetts.
All right, good to have you, brother.
Good to be on. I just wanted to give a shout out to that young fellow, Isaac.
Yeah.
Sounds like Rich is doing a great job with him, and he's been accomplishing quite a bit in his fishing career.
You reckon they got any fish in Massachusetts?
I'm sure they do.
What kind of fish y'all got up there?
We definitely have some nice fish up here. They don't get as big as you guys have them down there, but we get some good fish.
Well, I guarantee you, I've been up there. It's a beautiful state. I've been up there many, many times performing for the National Wildlife Federation. Great outdoors, beautiful, beautiful state.
Well,
Hey, while we got Mr. Larry on there, Mr. Paul, Mr. Larry, he is the founder of Trapper Hooks, and it's a new hook that is blazing across the country and the world. It's a very unique design, and they're one of our new high school sponsors now, coming on the second year, and we just appreciate Trapper Hooks and Mr. Larry there as the designer and the founder of this company. He's a really great guy.
Well, Mr. Larry, tell me a little about this Trapper Hook. I ain't heard too much, but I want to know what it's all
It might
about.
not be legal.
I might need that. Need me a Trapper Hook.
Trap a hook.
Tell me about it, Mr. Larry.
Well, I'll try to make it as quickly as I can. It was something that an idea I came up with quite a few years ago when I actually missed the fish and I saw it all happen. And I realized what was going on when I was missing that fish, and I said, God, there's got to be a better way. It's a totally different design where you normally have what everybody knows as a J hook. We have, within the J part of the hook, we have a box built in, and that box causes the hook to hold on so you don't have that pivoting action that a regular J hook would have. It's a much more solid hold to the fish.
Mr. Larry, go ahead. We got just a few seconds left till this segment's up. Tell me a little bit about where I can go buy it. You, Mr. Rich, say something about the internet?
Yeah, you can go to trappertackle.com. You can see us there, but actually a lot of your stores across the country are carrying them. As a matter of fact, some of your online stores, some of the biggest ones there are, you log on there and you'll be able to purchase the hooks right through them.
Well, thank you, Mr. Larry. We're about to go to commercial.
Yeah, we're
here.
about to go to commercial. Maybe Marcio, we'll try to get that. Hey, send us some of those hooks down here. Send them to old Larry. We'll put them up here on television every week. Thank you for calling in up there. And don't y'all freeze up there in Massachusetts, man.
All right. Y'all have yourselves a good one. Good talking with you.
And listen, Larry, you can download Listen to the Eagle app and listen to the show up there on our app. It's a double eagle, and you can listen to it, okay? We'll be right back. Y'all don't go away.
For the very first time, legendary entertainer Paul Ott brings to you the best of both worlds. His greatest hits on CD and DVD, including Oh Blue.
I am Mississippi. I am the South.
To order, simply go to listentotheeagle.com or just write Paul Ott, Summit, Mississippi, 39666.
Welcome back to Listen to the Eagle. We got Mr. Richard Parker on the phone, and don't be afraid to call in 1-800-251-5891. That is toll free, and pound 444 if you're a C Spire wireless customer. Mr. Richard, we're here in the Reeves Metal Studio, me and Mr. Paul, and we were just wondering how you get signed up with this Basstactics tournaments. How do you get involved? If you're a new school out there and you want to get a team started, how do you go about doing that? Give us a little information on how to get signed up with Basstactics tournaments.
Okay, if they go to bassmaster.com, click on high school, then when they click on high school, they'll scroll down to where it says Start New High School Club. They'll click on there, and you really don't. If your high school is giving you some issues about having the club, then start your own community team until the high school makes their mind up. We don't want any kids being left out of this program because of anyone not, making their mind up whether they want to do it or they don't want to do it. So we want to keep them involved. So if you will just call me, we will get you hooked up, get you signed up on a community team until your school can make a decision on what they want to do.
Well, we're about out of time, Richard, but you tell those people we're going to give them plugs on the radio for helping y'all out, too, okay?
Yes, sir. We appreciate it.
Okay.
And y'all have a great night.
Happy New Year, brother.
Same to y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, Isaac, thank you. We'll see you the third Monday night. Appreciate you being here. And just in case any legislators are going to try to make I'm Mississippi the state poem, let me make something clear. This song doesn't belong to me. We put it together for the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience in Meridian, Mississippi, which is a state organization to honor all of our stars, and you see the board Faith Hill there. It's just a fundraiser, and it's called I'm Mississippian. We'll see the video on television this week, too. We hope you have a Happy New Year, and we'll see you here with the Mississippi Wildlife Federation next Monday.
No one has quite captured Mississippi the way Paul Ott has in his original recording of I Am Mississippi. It's a celebration of Mississippi in its entire splendor and at its darkest hour.
I'm the land of the Choctaw, the hills of Vicksburg, and a crosscut saw. Dinner on the ground and a muscadine vine. I'm a long-leaf pine, and Mississippi is on my mind. I'm a banjo pickin' and all night sings. Azaleas are bloomin' in Ocean Springs. I'm a gospel singer and the old folks at home. And I am the eagle on the top of the Capitol's dome. I'm coffee in the morning and an old smoked ham. One by one. Cat head biscuits and blackberry jam. I'm a Mississippi moon, a dusty Delta dawn, B.B. King and magnolias in bloom. I'm an antebellum home on the Natchez Trace, a rusty plow on the old home place. I'm Miss Mississippi in all her glory. I'm William Faulkner as he writes a story. I'm Jimmy Rogers, the singing brakeman. John C. Stennis, a Southern statesman. I'm Walter Payton, catching a pass. Elvis Presley, coonhounds, bird dogs, and tea of sassafras. I'm the Mississippi River as it rounds a bend. I'm gone with the wind. Y'all come back again. Well, I am everything good you have ever dreamed about. Hush your mouth. I am Mississippi. I am the South.